So up to this point we have seen, okay. Now we are able to see this task closing comment and this option are showing here. Go to the VS Code, task info page. Here also I have did little bit changes. If you see here, for this URL, comment this URL. Here I am using pk equals to taskinfo.id, okay, which is I have already used in my previous URLs. Previously, what we are using here, we are using card.task.id. If you see here in the mycard.html, here I have written card.task.id, but in task info we have to use the taskinfo.id because we are getting the this one, what we can say, id from the task info, because here we are taking one variable task info. So because of that only, here also I have got task info. So keep in mind these changes, and this URL is nothing but the URL for the reopening comment. Add reopening comment, and if you see here, this my card, this one is the, and I want to change the label. In place of remarks, I want comment. Okay, that's it. Then come here, let me refresh, come here, click on view, let me click on accept, task accepted successfully. So click on add closing comment. So from here I can add the closing comment. Okay. So let's see, I want to add the closing comment. So for example, I'm copying this one only, copy this one and paste here. Then for example, I want to upload one file. So upload, then save. So task closed successfully. Okay. And if you see the task status changed to closed, correct? Now let me log in with the user who have created that task. So Durgesh is the user who have created that task. So let me log in with that user. Then come here. So this was the task. So click on view. See, task status is in the closed, and here we have option either resolved and add reopening comment. So for example, you are not happy with that solution. So what you can do, you can click on add reopening comment, and whatever file is uploaded by those particular person who has closed that ticket, it's showing here. And from here you can add the opening comments. Okay, and if you want, you can upload the file, or if you don't want, not a problem, click on save. Task reopen successfully. Okay, and if you again go to the user who has closed that particular task, which is Sham only. 1 second. So if you come here in the my card, you can see task status is the reopen. Okay, but whatever comment we have written, it's not showing here. So I want to display that closing comment, that reopening comment. Okay, so let's see how we can display that closing comment and reopening comments, and the file also, and whatever files we have uploaded, I want to give the option to download that file also. Because for example, you are the person who is going to close the ticket by adding the closing comment, and you are uploading one text file also, like user can refer that file. So I want to give the option to download that file to the person, whoever want to download, or person who is going to be the person who has created that particular task. Okay, so I want to display the task closing comment in the my cart, like not in my cart. Once again, for example, I'm going to add the comment and going to save. So it is going to be redirect to the here in the task info page. So I want to display the closing comment in the task info page. So let's see how we can do. Okay, so go to the VS Code, and in the task info page, 1 second, in the task info page, I want to display. So what you can do, first of all, go to the views.py file, then go to the task info view. We have one task info view. Let me check, 1 second. Task info we have. So there you have to add this comment, this line. I have already this line, and actually this line I have added during the testing of this project. So no need, I will explain here only, no need to worry what is this line. So I have taken one variable. See, let me show you one thing. Up to this, you have already code in your, if you're following my project, so up to this we have already code. Okay, so what we have added, this one only, comments equals to user comment. This is the model name of the model which is we are using to store the comment related things, and this object dot filter dot task equals to task info. This task info is nothing but this one, and this task is nothing but the fields which is we have in the user comment. Then you have to simply pass this comment here like this. Okay, so this only one line, and these things you have to add in task info view. Okay, so I hope you are clear with this thing, and these things I'm going to pass to the task info page, okay, in the forms of comment. So what I can do, simply copy this one and go to the task info page. Okay, come here. Then when, and if you see here, when the task status is the closed, at that time only I want to display the task closing comment, because if the task status is the open, then no need to show the task closing comment option. Okay, so what you can do, come here and see if the task status is the close, then here what we can do, we can take one for loop. So what is the syntax? Take curly bracket, then percentage, then inside percentage take for, then what we have copied from here, one second, let me show you this variable name or this key. So copy this one, then come here, then for, and here also I want to paste this one only. Yeah, so here you can take any variable, but here you have to take the same key whatever you have written inside the views.py file here. Okay, so come here. So for each comment, in comments, what I want, simply copy this line, copy this one, then come down, paste here, then close the for loop. So what is the syntax to close the for loop? Take the curly bracket, then double percentage, then END 4. That's it. This is the syntax to close the for loop. And here comment, then here I have to specify the field name. For example, I forgot exactly what name I have given for the closing comment. So what you can do, go to the models.py file, come here, then see closing comment is the exact field name I have given. Copy this one, come here, paste here. That's it. Control S. Okay. And this is I'm showing when the task status is the closed. So keep in mind these things. Simply give the tab, Control S, then come here. Let me refresh. See, it's showing here. Okay. Now the next things I want to show them that attach file also with the download option. So if you remember, we have that option also. Let me show you. Go to the models.py file and see. Okay, this thing. Simply copy this one. Come to the here, then paste here, then simply copy these things, then paste here, then copy this one, paste here, and here for example task closing comment or task closed comment. Let it be, I think task closed comment will be good, suitable. Comment, task closed comments. And here for example I'm giving text file, Control S. Let me refresh. See, whatever files we have uploaded, it's showing here, but right now it is showing in the like normal, like it's showing the path only. Okay, it is more thing. If you come here and if I'm going to, one second, so task is in the closed, then I'm displaying that particular things, okay, these things. But when the user, the person who has created that task, he had added some reopening comment, and at that time I want to show the reopening comments also, okay. So that reopening comment also I want to display here. So what we can do, and the task is the reopen, it means when the task status is the reopen. So what you can do, go to the VS Code, then same in the task info page only, what you can do, simply copy this entire thing. And first of all, let me remove these things. Go to the here, when the task status is the reopen, at that time what you want, come here, paste here. And along with this closing comment, I want to display the this one reopening comment also. Simply copy this one and come here, paste here, then here reopen comment, okay. And here we need to change the field. So go to the models.py file. So this is the field. Simply copy this one and task info, then come here, paste here, Control S, come here, let me refresh. So for this one we are not getting because it is in a closed mode. So we have to select something which is in the reopen. See, task closing comment showing, task reopening comment showing, and whatever file is uploaded by the person, it's showing here, correct. But one more thing, when the usually the person going to reopen the task, so that particular task is directly going to display in the bucket of the user who has closed that particular task. So it is a good things if you are going to display that particular things here also in the my cart also, correct. So what we can do, come here in the VS Code, then go to the use.py file, and if you see whatever things we have did here, the same thing we have to did in the my cart view also. So simply come here, see here in my cart, simply paste that particular line, okay. Control S. Here we need to do little bit changes. I don't want to filter with the based on the task. I want to filter based on the users. If you see here the models.py file, here we have one variable user. Simply copy this one, then come here, not here, one second, in use.py file and paste here, okay, and take this one. It's already there, okay, so no need to do again. Then simply copy this one, then come here, then comma, then as usual what we have did in the case of task info. That's it. Control S. Then same what we have to do, simply go to the task info and copy this entire line. Then go to the mycart.html page and come here, simply paste here. Control S. Come here, let me refresh. We are getting one error like the name task info is not defined in the views.py file, line number 224. Come here, line in views.py file, line number 224. Oh, sorry. Simply copy this one, paste here. Control S, then come here. Let me refresh. Okay. But that things is not showing here. Let me check why. We have did one mistake, or we cannot say it's a mistake. We can say like we forgot to add that option. If you see our models.py file, we have a users field, okay, but we are not capturing any data for this one. So what we can do, simply copy this one, then or not this one, what we can see in the forms only. Yeah, so we have user comment form, this one. Simply copy this one, go to the views.py file, comment view, come here. Then here I have to add one line, and here also. So what line I want to add? I want to capture the username who has closed that particular task. So I'm taking one variable, task underscore closed by, or what we can say closed by, okay. And this task closed by equals to what I want. So this task, from here I will get that information. And what fields we are using to store the task closed by? name. Okay, so go to this model, task detail model, come here. So this is the task detail model, and task closed is the fields which is we are going to use for the store the name of the user who is going to close the task. Okay, so come here on views.py file and paste here. Okay, so from here I will get the name of the person who has closed that particular task and what I want. So this one, copy this one, paste here, one second, dot these things, paste here, task. Here you can give any variable, not a problem. So if you're getting confused, you can change the name. So this one, dot, and this task is nothing but having the instance of the form. So in directly or indirectly, you can say this task is nothing but going to be store the information related to the form. Okay, which form? So this user comment form. Okay, so task dot user comment dot, here we can say equals to, and here we can say dot user. What user? So if you go here in the forms.py file, we have a field user. Let me show you. Okay, not here, in the models we have user. This one, copy this one, then come to the views.py file and paste here. That's it. And why I'm doing these things? Because in the my card, I want to fetch these things. Let me show you these things. And if you see the logic of the in my card, come here. If you see the logic in the my card, what we have did, we are showing the current user instance. Okay, so because only to achieve that functionality, I need the person who has closed the task. So because of that only, this is the way I can achieve these things. Okay, Control S. That's it, nothing else. Okay, go to the browser, come here, let me refresh. Okay, let me create one new task. Let me create one more task. So I have created two tasks. Okay, then let me log in with any another user, for example, Durgesh. Come here, then click here, then go. Let me accept task accepted successfully. This one only, let me add closing comment, for example, C. Then choose any file, for example, this one. Okay, then save. Task closed successfully and it's showing here. Okay, let me come here and accept one more. This one also, let me accept this one also. And let me close this one also. For example, this one, C1. Okay, choose one file, open, save. Okay, now let me log in with any another user, or not any another user, like Sham only, because Sham only created that task. So let me log in with the Sham and close that or reopen that particular task. Come here. So these are in the closed status. So come here. When I'm going to click here, see, I'm getting the closing comment, these things. Okay, let me add reopening comment, R. And this is the optional. If you want, you can upload any file. If not, then leave it, then save. User comment object has no attribute user comment form. Line number 406. Come here. Line number 406. 406. Sorry, this is not required. Control S. Then come here. Let me refresh. Yeah, task reopened successfully. Okay, here we have did one mistake. So that one, we don't require these things. So I have removed that one. Okay, task.user, this thing. And this task is nothing but having the form instance. Okay, then come here, task reopened successfully. Okay, here you can see, and task reopening comment is also showing. But the problem is that when we are going to click, we are going to open any task, so it is directly going to the my card of the person who has closed that task. So Durgesh is the person. Let me log in with Durgesh. One second. So then click on my cart, then come here. Now it's coming, see. Okay. So this is the exact functionality, but one more thing. As I told you, I want to give the here download option also, like to download that particular file. Okay. So what we can do, come here, go to the VS Code, then go to the here where you want the give option, there you can go. For example, in the task info.html page, I want to give the download option. So what we can do, so to add the download functionality, we have to write the function. So go to the views.py file, come here, then go at the bottom. Here I have to write one function to download, to achieve the download functionality. So what you can do, let me take one comment, for example, download file option we have. Okay, then come down, then depth, we have to give the function name. So for example, I'm giving download underscore file. Okay, then which file we have to download, it means we require the pk. So first of all, default parameter request comma primary key. Okay, because based on the id only we want to download the file, we don't want to download all the things. Come down and take one variable text underscore file. Text underscore file equals to simply what, simply copy this line and paste here, get underscore object or 404 and id equals to pk, and that id from where we want. So that id, so basically this text file we are going to store in the this one user comment model. It will come here, models.py file, in this model, because here only we have that particular field. So simply copy this one, then come here in the views.py file and paste here. Okay, then come down, then take one variable, for example, response equals to, you can take any variable, not a problem. It's equals to, one second, response equals to these things as it is, file response, then open, then text underscore file, and this text file dot path, and this text file is nothing but the file name or field name, whatever you have given. See, this is, you have to write as it is, file response, then open as it is, then text underscore file. This variable is nothing but this variable, whatever you have. Okay, if you're writing something else, so the same thing you have to write here only, but then dot text file. This text file is nothing but the name of the field in which you are storing the that particular file. So if you come here in the models.py file, say text file, so simply copy this one and come here and paste here. So same thing I have written here, dot path, then read write in binary format. Okay, then response as it is you have to write, then these things also contain underscore disposition, same as it is, equals to f dot attachment, same as it is, then file name equals to, again this text file is nothing but this one, and this dot text file is nothing but these things, or field name, whatever we have in the models.py file, this one, then come here, then name as it is, nothing else. Okay, then at last return response, control s. But to use this file response, you have to import this one. So what you can do, go to the top, and here you can you can import that one. So simply copy this entire thing, paste here, and here file response. So what you can do, come here, copy this one, go there and replace this one, control s, control s. Then we have to create one URL. So go to the urls.py file, come here, then simply copy this one and paste here. Let me modify this one as per my requirement. So first of all, view name. So what is the view name we have? Come here. We have a download file. Simply copy this view name. Then come here. Then let me replace this one. Okay. Then I don't require this thing. So let me remove this one only. Okay. Then here we can give the valid URL name, whatever you want, or patterns. So for example, here I want to give the, one second. Here I want to give the URL pattern. So for example, I'm giving download. Okay, simply copy this one. And for example, here I want to give the name download underscore file. Control S. So we have created the URL. So the third step, we have to link this URL to the particular option where we are want to give the download functionality. So for example, in the task info, I want. So what I can do, come here, and here I want to add that particular option. So let me remove these things. Stick one href or anchor tag. Okay. Then here we have to define the URL. So simply as usual, take curly bracket, then double percentage, then come inside, then URL. Then here you can specify the URL pattern. So we have to provide the name of the URL. So what is the name of the URL? Go to the urls.py file, and this is the name of the URL. Simply copy this one. Go to the task info page, then in single quote, paste here. Okay, then based on the ID only I want to download. So simply copy this one, then paste here, dot ID. As usual, you have to return. Okay, Control S. And if you want, you can add the bootstrap classes here to display the some buttons also. So what you can do, you can add like class equals to btn. For example, primary, Control S. And here, for example, I want to give the label download. Okay. Control S. Then go to the browser. One second. So it's showing here, but it is not showing in proper format. So what we can do, come here to close this one here. Control S. Then come here. Let me refresh. Yeah, it's showing here, but I don't want this color. Okay, let it be this color only, not a problem. So for example, I want to download. Simply click on download. See, you can see it's downloading here. Okay. If you want, you can click and view that particular data.